Hey guys, Sen here. Today I'm covering a strategy that I've been using a lot ever since the Larry Barrels got that HP buff a couple of weeks back. You might have seen it on the channel already, but I am calling it now the Super Dragon Bomb. It's where you use a Larry Barrel to help tank for a dragon to go inside a base with the help of a rage spell, and they can together just rip through an entire compartment as long as the base is super compact. So let's just dive straight in against this Balloon Lagoon. So the way this strategy works is that the Super Dragon in the clan capital has a huge splash radius to where if it's attacking a 2x2 building like this spear thrower over here, it'll splash onto all the buildings that are touching it. So this cannon and this little hut over here, but it won't also splash onto this hut down here. It's touching the spear thrower, but it's touching it from a diagonal tile, and diagonal tiles do not count. And so the Super Dragon Breath would splash all these buildings at once from this spear thrower. And you know how much damage that the Super Dragons in the clan capital do if you've ever attacked a Dragon Cliffs. And so now you can bring that same firepower against the defender, and you won't always have to be on the receiving end of those Dragon Breaths as an attacker, as long as you identify the right spots for a Dragon Bomb. And we're starting off with a couple of Larry Barrels up the right side of the base. Clear all of these buildings, all these point defenses, the spear throwers, the cannons, and the air defenses away from all the splash defenses inside the base, because we also dropped a rage spell on top of the river. Don't worry, that's not for swag. Take a look at this rapid rocket. This is a money position for a Super Dragon. It is touching 2 rocket artilleries, and so now it's time, after the P.E.K.K.A. and the Larrys clear the sides, to send a Larry Barrel and a Dragon. The Larry Barrel goes in and tanks for the Dragon so that the Dragon can go in and deal a huge amount of DPS under the rage spell. Even at times 1/2 speed, the Super Dragon just works so fast. Unfortunately, the Larry Barrels actually blast the Rapid Rocket instead of the Super Dragon, and so the Super Dragon now has to work through each of the rocket artilleries individually. But those Larry Barrels provide so much distraction for your Super Dragon, especially after that huge buff they got. They got like 30% HP on every single level, and so this strategy has just gotten so much better lately. So even though we weren't able to land the perfect bomb because the Larry Barrels just did too much damage, the Dragon was able to get the job done, even though it also took a really awkward path. The main downside to this strategy that I have found is that sometimes the Dragon pathing can be super awkward and super unreliable, but we're just going to pick off as many defenses as we can left on the base. You saw we brought so many Larry Barrels because so much of the base was not well protected by splash defenses, to where we are even able to swag our first heal on the first attack. Now we're dropping a couple of rams to open up the map, and we're going to finish off the base. A P.E.K.K.A. to finish off the spear thrower and the multi-cannon, and also some rams to force her into this rocket artillery over here. Larry's on the left side of the base to tank all the point defenses, and then Hog Raiders up the gut. Stun the Crusher with 2 gliders, and then push into this Inferno Tower over here. Just swarm the entire backside of the base to make sure all the defenses are stunned, and we are going to even be able to swag our last 2 heal spells against this Balloon Lagoon. We were able to take out so much of the base. That Dragon Bomb finished off 2 of the rocket artilleries, and there was just 1 left for our P.E.K.K.A. to go in and finish, and we have a ton of Hogs left over after dropping those 3 heals on top of the river. So up next we have a Builder's Workshop, and once again a lot of these defenses are super clumped up and touching each other. A lot of base builders in the clan capital do this because there's just not that many ways to punish compact bases, but the Dragon Bomb is one of those ways. And we're going to start off with some packs of archers to finish off all those defenses on the right side of the base, and also clear the map so we can start deploying our troops further in. Afterwards, we drop in a ram to pull some zap traps and then some Hog Raiders, stun the Tesla, and stun all the defenses on the approach. So those Hog Raiders, after they finish off those defenses, there's just a bunch of air defenses, and so they're home free to finish off this compartment. A Larry Barrel and a ram up top to clear the top section over here with all these single target defenses. And those Hog Raiders are even going to move upwards after they clear these last 2 spear throwers and help out with the Larrys. But you can see that I dropped in the Hog Raiders as my archers were leaving stealth, and so we even have 2 more archers left over, and they're going to clear all these trash buildings over here. We want to do our Dragon Bomb towards this air bombs over here, and so we have to clear all the buildings that the Hogs leave behind, because you know The dragons will target any building, and if you don't make a really solid funnel for them, they will do everything in their power to make sure they go where you don't want them to. So just make sure there's only one path for them to go, and that's towards the defense you want them to, and that is this air bombs with all these air defenses next to it. Once the dragon clears all these defenses, it will be home free to finish off the rest of the compartment. So the Larry barrel goes in, distracts all those air defenses. We even have another Larry barrel going towards the top section. Unfortunately, one of the Larry barrels dies in the center of the river, and if you didn't know, if a Larry barrel dies in the middle of a river, all the Larrys inside drown and they will not spawn. So those Larrys are going to die for the cause, so the dragon can make it to the coast and take out that spear thrower, take out that air defense. Now we have two dragons moving in simultaneously. One giant cannon is down, make that two giant cannons, and that second dragon up top is also going to finish off this blast. So that air defense is trying to stop it, but under that rage, that dragon does too much damage. It's too powerful, and that entire section goes down. Even though not all the Larrys were able to fulfill their destiny and storm the coast, some of them actually drowned. The dragons made sure that their sacrifice did not go in vain, and we are going to make sure that we take out this Builder's Workshop in one more attack, and we're going to once again finish off with Hog Raiders. Now, we're in a viewer clan, and so we're actually going to be a little bit more responsible, and we're not going to throw all of our spells on top of the river. We're going to use them on our hogs to make sure we have a lot of bonus gold left over by keeping all of our Hog Raiders alive. So first heal goes on top of all these defenses over here, as well as that giant cannon that's going to do a lot of splash damage to the hogs, and then second heal into that second giant cannon, and also use those hog gliders to stun all those defenses. So if you want to know how to use your hogs, this is how. You send a huge clump of them on the entry, and then save a couple of them as hog gliders for the backside and stun all those defenses, and converge onto that backside giant cannon with the help of the heal spell, and we're going to have so many hogs alive at the end, and they're all going to be full HP because of that heal, and this base is crushed with the help of those double dragon bombs. Up next, we have another Balloon Lagoon. You can see a lot of these defenses are once again super compact and clumped up, and so we're going to take advantage of that with the super dragons. We drop in that rage preemptively so we don't have to worry about that later. Then a couple packs of archers on the outside to clear all of these buildings out here. So we have a direct path to all these defenses that are super clumped up. That dragon is going to go in, mow down this rapid rocket, and then this air defense and all the defenses that are touching them. So we just have to clear a path because the dragons don't have too much HP. They need to get to their destination quickly so that they are able to get their damage off. Those three defenses all gone. Then it moves on to the air defense. That cannon that can't even shoot up. It doesn't know what's going on, but it's going to die before it gets a chance to know. And that Tesla that popped, oh no, that's not going to work. Goodbye as well. That Inferno Tower is actually distracted on the Larrys now. From the barrels, and so that dragon can move in, take a really awkward angle outside the rage, but that Inferno Tower was low, and so that goes down as well. That entire section was down in like 5 seconds, and we have some more archers. So the idea with this attack is we are using those archers to weave in with the dragons. So the archers are going to take out all those defenses around the critical defenses that we want the dragon to go towards, so we have a clean path for our dragon to go in for this bomb tower next, splash this rocket artillery, then turn around, grab this air defense cannon, and then hopefully this multi-cannon and other rocket artillery over here. So once this cannon goes down, we are all set up for the next phase of the attack, where we're going to once again put this at 1/2 speed. Larry barrel go in, dragon go in, bomb tower and rocket artillery both dead. Then the dragon is going to turn around. That air defense is shooting at it, not anymore. That's dead as well as that cannon, and then it's at low HP, but the dragon is locked onto its final target, its final destination, and it's going to take out that rocket artillery with its last little breath. And this entire section of the base is just completely gutted. We have a couple more Larry barrels left that we're going to send for all these backside point defenses over here. Some ramps to go ahead, open up some walls, as well as try to probe for some traps. But unfortunately, there is a small bomb in between these two cannons, and so those Larry barrels and those Larrys are just not going to be long for this world. But they are going to grab a couple more point defenses, and we are going to be all set up for a super simple cleanup attack to finish off the rest of this base. And we even have the Chad Bomb. Unfortunately, the Super Chads just they don't give me the same feeling as they used to ever since the Graveyard Spell defiled the strategy. But they're still fun to watch, and we're going to bomb that District Hall. A couple Rams to help distract the Rocket Artillery and Inferno Tower. For those Wizards, under the help of that Rage Spell, to take out that District Hall, all those defenses around. Now the Wizards are full health after finishing off the District Hall. They're going to take out that Inferno Tower, and then one Wizard is going to peel off and chain down that Rapid Rocket as well, and we are going to finish off the base with some Rocket Balloons. A couple more packs of Archers to finish off that backside Rocket Artillery, as well as some Archers and some Barbarians to work up the right side and clear 2 air bombs, and then we just have way too many Rocket Balloons for way too few defenses. This base is already crushed. We will put this at ×4 speed. We even brought in a heal spell because that is for swag on top of the river, and we are just going to swarm those last couple of spear throwers with those rocket balloons and swag that heal spell on top of the river. That was such a sick attack, and those dragons just gutted that base. So I know I may have bad-mouthed the Super Chad a little bit in the last attack, but when you are able to land a good old-fashioned Super Chad Bomb with a couple of Chads, a couple of Rams, and just one Rage surgical style against a giant building, it is still so satisfying. So let's end with one of those. Starting off with a couple packs of minions down south, clear a cannon, some trash buildings, out of range of anything that can shoot air, especially this giant post down here. The defensive super giants on Barbarian Camp are so annoying, so being able to take them out for free like this with the minions, super high value. So take that all out, open up the map so we can start deploying up the left side of the base, because of course we want to work in towards that District Hall on the left side. That defender thinks that that District Hall with its high HP is going to protect these air defenses and this rocket artillery. It's got another thing coming for it. A rocket balloon finish off that cannon, Barbarian on this army camp, then a couple packs of archers with the help of that rage spell. We try to drop that rage spell as far away as we could so we could get our archers inside of it as soon as we can. And it'll also cover that District Hall for when we send in Wizards on the bottom side of it. So now a couple more packs of Archers to finish off whatever other buildings are left. And then you will see we were only planning to get a cannon, 2 air defenses, and a rocket artillery. But the defender decided that they wanted to give up even more value. So, I mean, if the defender wants to give you more out of the Wizard Bomb, it would be rude for you to decline. So now it is time to go. Some Rams to distract. All at ×1 half speed, 3 Wizards in on that District Hall. Those 2 Teslas that they put there are going to not be long for this world, and that rocket artillery is soon to go as well off that District Hall, and it is all going down. These are still so much fun to watch and so much fun to do, but man, they're not what they used to be. And we even have one more rage, and because we were able to work through all that HP so easily with those Wizards, we'll have so many archers to finish off a bunch of other air defenses deeper inside the base. Of course, this is a Barbarian camp, and so the best finisher for this is going to be the rocket balloons. We'll have 3 more packs of archers, take out the rapid rocket, take out the mega hidden Tesla, as well as try to get some damage on top of the spear thrower, and we are going to be able to zap down a bunch of the remaining air defenses that are left. And actually, I was trying to swag as many rocket balloons as I could, and so we're trying to be a little bit more precise. Finish off the spear thrower that was low, and then those rocket balloons can go up and finish off the other spear thrower. And then it's time to go in a pack of minions to distract the rocket artillery, and then 3 rocket balloons to go towards this rapid rocket over here. A pack of minions distract the air bombs, and then 2 rocket balloons to finish off the air bombs, and then 1 on the spear thrower and a couple more towards the rocket artillery. And now it's just time to swarm that rocket artillery from all different angles, try to get into that dead zone as fast as we can, and then there's just going to be 1 more spear thrower on the backside. We're going to take that out, and then there's going to be 5 more packs of rocket balloons that we don't even need. Those Chads got so much air value to where we were easily able to take out all of what was left on the base with just a few rocket balloons. So that is the Dragon Bomb. It is so satisfying to watch all those defenses go down at once in just a few seconds, but you have to make sure that you choose the right spots for it where the dragon can splash a ton of buildings down at once, because otherwise the dragon gets shot down so fast. It has such little HP that once the Larry barrels are gone, it's gonna get melted. So make sure that you send it in where it can just splash the entire world down. But that'll be all for today. Make sure you join the Discord down below, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and take care.